At Vibe Aesthetics and Wellness, we believe confidence isn't just how you look, it's how you feel. From subtle, natural aesthetics to personalized wellness care, everything we do is intentional. This is beauty with purpose. At Vibe Men's Health, we take that same approach. We focus on what matters most: strength, energy, and performance. Built on real data, real medicine, and real results, we're here to help you look better, feel stronger, and live fully. Come vibe with us today.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live at 10. I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut. So excited you are joining me here on the 1st of August as we get ready for honestly a below average and cool start to the month ahead, and below average during the summertime months. Always a positive here for us in North Mississippi. Dry conditions, they're slowly returning. Now, most of us are going to be like, hey, we've been dry all day long. What are you talking about? A few storms have moved through southeastern portions of North Mississippi, and quite a few of you guys down there heard the constant rumbles of thunder, saw the flashes of lightning, but now you're starting to hear them start to dissipate. Not quite seeing many flashes of lightning. They're continuing to move on out. In fact, we saw maybe just a little flash out there with this camera, but not quite as constant or consistent. Below average start to your Sunday is in store as we're getting ready for our Sunday morning, and even a little bit cooler on your Monday morning as we get ready for the work commute. Going to be absolutely fantastic. But as we get ready for the rest of the work week and what all it has in store, well, first and foremost, those rain changes, they're going to take the back seat. They're going to struggle, and a warming trend will slowly take place as we just warm up bit by bit heading into the next few days ahead. Now, taking a look at the first 12, we're dealing with dry conditions overnight after these showers and storms continue to move on out of our area completely. Starting off in the mid-70s by 11 o'clock, mostly clear skies, transitioning to partly cloudy by 8 o'clock, temperatures in the low 70s as we're walking out the door. A few of us actually dropping us low towards the upper 60s and reaching 80 degrees by 11 o'clock. Going to be a slow warm up, going to feel absolutely amazing as we go about the day tomorrow. So definitely get outside and enjoy your Sunday. It will be the day that we've all been waiting for quite a while here to spend outdoors for a weekend in Mississippi. Now let's transition here to take a look at our Mama Justice Doppler radar on the big screen. We're dealing with mostly dry conditions all across North Mississippi as we're dealing with these showers and storms continuing to move on out of our region, not quite dealing with those rumbles of thunder quite as consistent. And we saw those showers and storms very, very relevant and kind of consistent for you guys out there towards Lowndes County. Those have since dissipated, dealing with a few out there in Lamar County in Alabama and a few in Pickens and along Highway 82. But for us here in North Mississippi, those mostly completely dry conditions, they're almost back. So we'll continue to deal with this throughout the rest of the overnight period, and towards the end of the broadcast, we'll continue to kind of sum up what occurred today and what to expect throughout the rest of the evening or overnight period, but we'll break that down here. Now, take a look at your surface analysis. We do have this cold front, which has been responsible for those showers and storms to move through North Mississippi, or at least a portion of our area. Those will continue to move on further and further east as that cooler and drier air continues to funnel into our state, allowing us to cool off a good bit tonight to experience these below average conditions and an absolute fantastic Sunday in store. So let's take a look at futurecast. Most of those showers and storms continues to be very relevant for you guys out there in Alabama, but for us here in North Mississippi, we're back to those drier and mostly clear skies by 10 to 11 o'clock. And as we continue throughout the rest of the overnight period, we're staying dry, but that cloud cover will start to pick on up, and we're dealing with some of these light showers. Those continue to stay pretty consistent throughout the past model runs and honestly continue to kind of increase in coverage bit by bit. Now, we're not talking about a washout throughout your Sunday tomorrow, but keep the umbrella handy, especially if you are doing anything outdoors. Might have to deal with a light sprinkle, brief heavy downpour, but it'll move on out of our area quick. Most of us will continue to experience these dry conditions, but we can't quite escape that kind of wraparound moisture, lingering showers just quite yet. So that brings us to the next 24. We're dealing with a dry start to our day, temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s, slowly working our way up towards the low 80s, not going up much further. It's a low to mid 80s for your highs tomorrow afternoon. Dealing with that 10% of rainfall, just continue to move through North Mississippi, not talking about anything widespread or all day long. Just can't quite escape the rain chances just yet, and we're already cooling off back down towards the low 70s already by 9 o'clock, meaning temperatures, they're just going to continue to drop throughout the rest of your overnight period tomorrow. But taking a look at your overnight planner for tonight, we're starting off in the mid 70s by 11 o'clock. So we're already going to be dramatically cooler by this time tomorrow compared to where we at now. And we're going to continue slowly cooling off towards the low 70s. And this is basically where we're going to be by 9 o'clock tomorrow. So why a cooler start to your Monday is in store, but we got to get through tonight first and all throughout our Sunday. And I know we're not rushing because we definitely don't want to get to the work week any quicker than we have to. Now, taking a look at Futurecast, we're already pretty much returning back to those mostly dry and clear skies here in North Mississippi. This model run doing very excellent on the kind of placement of where those heavier showers are. That's further out east. They'll continue to shift that way. But for us here in North Mississippi, we're staying dry all night long. We will see that moisture start to build up in the form of cloud cover, maybe even a few of us dealing with some patchy areas of fog, but we're dealing with some light sprinkles or maybe just a dusting of some I guess sprinkles through North Mississippi. We're not dealing with anything heavy as we're starting off our Sunday morning. In fact, most of us, if not all of us, will deal with pretty much completely dry skies. Now, the low temperatures, this is the focus point for your Sunday morning. We're finally talking about upper 60s making their way back into the forecast as we're getting ready for our Sunday morning. So it's going to feel absolutely fantastic as we kind of get ready to wrap up our weekend or head into the last day for the weekend. I think our warmest, of course, is you guys out there in Greenville, but only coming in at 72. Fantastic. Our normal is actually 72 here in Tupelo. We're 2 notches below that 30-year average. So below average conditions, they're going to be the start for your Sunday morning and keep us going into the work week ahead. Now, take a look at Futurecast. We're still dealing with some of these light showers, but you can see some of these heavier bands making their way into North Mississippi. We're not really talking about anything quite energetic. If you were to get a rumble out of this, that would be very, very impressive. But we're really not talking about anything severe or intense as we go about the day. But you will notice that these rain chances are getting a little bit more prominent as we get closer towards the lunchtime hours and even by the afternoon as well. We're dealing with some of these heavier showers, especially for you guys out there towards Pontotoc County. A little bit heavier for you guys pretty much along the Tennessee-Mississippi state line by your Sunday evening at around 6 o'clock. So we could deal with a few showers, maybe a few rumbles by our 6 o'clock broadcast tomorrow night, but we're not dealing with anything near as intense as what occurred pretty much for the Golden Triangle region, southeastern portion of our viewing area, like what occurred tonight. That's not what's happening tomorrow in the slightest. In fact, most of us will continue to stay dry. Now, those high temperatures for your Sunday, this is what we all will deal with, and it's cool below average conditions as we're heading into the latter part of the weekend. Tupelo coming in at 82. Our normal for this year should be 93. That is an 11-degree difference on where we should be in the kind of, well, I would say in a positive way, but it's lower, so technically in the negative, but actually feeling amazing as we go about our afternoon tomorrow. And I say that because take a look at those feels like values. A few of us actually feeling like we're in the upper 70s. And I said during the 9 o'clock, that's like a spring day coming on up. So for August in North Mississippi, still in summer, take advantage of this day tomorrow. I know a few of us will have to deal with some of those showers. Bring the umbrella with you, but it is going to be amazing for any outdoor plans you have had stashed in the pocket to not deal with those toasty conditions or soggy conditions that we have to deal with almost every weekend here in North Mississippi. It's going to be a spectacular day tomorrow, which also means it's going to be a great day to spend out at the pool. I myself will probably be doing that before heading up to the station tomorrow. So using my afternoon wisely before getting ready for the broadcast tomorrow. Low 70s by 8 o'clock, low 80s by noon. Not going up much further. Low to mid 80s for your highs. Dealing with those partly cloudy skies. A few of us dealing with some of those showers. Not dealing with anything too energetic. Hopefully that won't really interrupt any pool time as we go about our afternoon tomorrow. So let's come back to Futurecast, continue to break down your Sunday evening. We're starting off at around 6 o'clock, mostly dry, but still a few isolated showers across our region at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Those heavier showers continue to dissipate. We're turning to completely dry, completely clear skies for our Monday morning. It will be a cooler start to the day, especially you could take a look at this northerly wind, bringing in that drier and cooler air into North Mississippi. I always hate saying cool or cold in August of North Mississippi in summer. It's not really cold by any means, but it's definitely not toasty. So perfect start to our Monday morning as we're getting ready for our work commute. And this is the best way I could talk about that cloud cover. See how thin it is? We'll kind of see maybe a thin blanket across North Mississippi, but it's still mostly sunny skies. That sun will shine through very easily, but thankfully, we're are not really craving that shade because it's not going to be toasty as we go about our Monday, and especially into the afternoon hours, that cloud cover already starting to dissipate a little bit. We're turning back to those mostly clear skies and maybe a rogue shower or two out there in Starkville, Columbus, and the Golden Triangle region, but a much drier Monday in store compared to your Sunday coming on up tomorrow. Now, those high temperatures, again, very bearable for this time of year, but this time we're talking about mid to upper 80s. So a slow warming trend will occur throughout the few days ahead. Feels like values continue to be very manageable as we're still talking about mid to upper 80s in the northeastern portion of our viewing area. Really only talking about mid 90s for the highest. 97 out there in Greenville, 96 Cleveland and Belzona. So again, not talking about triple digits, not talking about heat advisories or extreme heat warnings. That was ongoing pretty much all week last week. That is not the story as we get ready for, again, a cool start to the work week ahead. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. We will cool off towards low 70s, upper 60s tonight, but a little bit cooler for your Monday morning as more of us will be in the upper 60s, maybe even pushing for a few of us closer towards the mid 60s. Fantastic start to your Monday morning work commute. Temperatures in the upper 80s, slowly working our way up towards the low to mid 90s, but not really reaching the mid 90s until the end of the next work week and heading into the weekend. And rain chances, well, yeah, they're continuing to take the back seat, not really seeing anything noticeable past tomorrow or into your next Saturday ahead. But coming up in 60 seconds, we're going to recap kind of what occurred today with those storms and showers, what it looks like now and how they continue to dissipate to put all of your minds at ease as we get ready for the overnight period. No reason to stay up late tonight. We're not dealing with a severe weather threat overnight tonight. In fact, it is all over with. We're going to take a look at how much rain we've received. All of that's coming up in the next 60 seconds.
I have been going to Tupelo Smiles my whole life. When I was a kid, I was unhappy about some uneven coloring on my teeth after getting my braces off, which at the time there really wasn't a fix. I was recently made aware of a solution that would totally fix it, which is exactly what we did. They not only heard my concerns, but they never stopped looking to solve my problem, and that's why I love Tupelo Smiles.
Growing up in a farming community, I've always been fascinated with the weather, but in 2024, my draw to be a mother became stronger.
So I took a step back from my job until Matt gave me a call. Mississippi Live allows me to be fully present at home while also getting to do my dream job as a broadcast meteorologist.
Wake up with me every weekday morning on Mississippi Live.
Boys and Girls Club of North Mississippi presents Dance Like the Stars 2026, Saturday, August 8th at the Huntington Bank Arena. Floor seating is $50 and general admission seating is $20. All proceeds benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of North Mississippi. For more information, visit bgcnms.org.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, good evening, and thanks for sticking here with us for Mississippi Live at 10. Let's take a look at those total strikes within this frame that you can see here. We're only at around 47, so nowhere near that 300 marker that we were at earlier this evening. And we could even take this back. Let's see, it's around 10 o'clock. Let's just go the past. I technically don't need to go 6, but we're going to go 6. We'll do that. We'll start off at around 413, so still not really seeing much coverage of those showers and storms. But as they moved on through, we start to kind of see that boundary or that line start to build up across North Mississippi. You can see that really starting to take place shortly after our 6 o'clock broadcast, where we see kind of those showers and storms kind of moving from southern portions of the Delta all the way throughout the Golden Triangle region, crossing 45, the state line into Alabama. That is due to that cold front that we were talking about at the start of the broadcast and what's responsible for our weather heading into the next 48 hours. And these storms just continue to kind of build on up, and we saw those lightning strikes go up. We're at 277 at the 7:48 hour. And thankfully, as you can see here, we never had to talk about any severe thunderstorm warning. So of course, if we did, we would send you guys a notification. We dealt with kind of some of those stronger storms out there towards Lowndes County. That was getting closer towards the 9 o'clock broadcast, throughout the broadcast as well. And after we wrapped that up and started to get ready for the 10, it's since dissipated. So we are not dealing with any more showers and storms for our coverage area here in North Mississippi throughout the rest of the overnight period. But I kind of wanted to recap that and also take a look at just how much rain we've received within the past, let's go 24 hours. We can still deal with kind of this area. That's where the severe weather risk was for pretty much the southeastern portion of North Mississippi. That is where you guys have received the rain. But even if we go the past 48 hours, I was taking a look at this behind the scenes. I know a lot of my friends, family I've grown up with in Starkville, and especially in meteorology in general, we always called it the Starkville bubble, and they just kind of never get rainfall or any storms. But Oktibbeha County coming in at the highest with the rainfall within the past 2 days. We can kind of start to tally some of these all across our region. I think they were close to 4 inches. Yeah, so over 3.5, and I probably could get that a little bit better. So for you guys out there on the north side of Starkville and Oktibbeha County dealing with 3.5 inches of rainfall, same closer towards Lowndes County, especially along the state line. We can get around 2 inches there. Closer to Aberdeen and Amory, almost to 2 inches out here in Tupelo, just over an inch. Lafayette County and Oxford, 3.2. Just across I-55, 2.5 out there for you guys out there in the Delta. So we've received a good bit of rainfall within the past 48 hours. And of course, a good bit of that for the southeastern portion of our region. That's been with those showers and storms today. Now, for the rainfall coming on up, which actually I think I could pull that up here, we're not going to deal with too much, or at least anything intense or impactful as we go about our day tomorrow. I think this is actually pulling up today, so let's take a look at tomorrow. Yeah, even less. So we're not really dealing with too much as we go about our Sunday. We will deal with maybe just a few heavy downpours, very brief. Keep that umbrella with you, but we're not dealing with anything stormy. If we deal with a few rumbles of thunder, well, they fought an impressive uphill battle to kind of give us a little sound out there in the sky as we're going about our day. But wanted to kind of recap what is occurring today, how that compares to tomorrow, and what to expect as we go into the work week. So not going to deal with too much rainfall. In fact, while I have this pulled up, we can take a look at the next 7 days. We're not dealing with much. So rain chances really taking the back seat throughout the week ahead. We're dealing with those rain showers a little bit more prominent. Of course, today, what we dealt with yesterday, not quite going to see that same weather pattern as we're enjoying this cold front that moved through North Mississippi, funneling in that drier and that cooler air. So it will be a fantastic into the weekend, and honestly, more beautiful start to a Monday morning. So I know we're all dreading it, but it'll probably be the best Monday morning that we've had in a long time here in North Mississippi. Can't wait to get that ready for you guys coming up here tomorrow. Take a look at our comments. I have a few of you guys wishing me a happy birthday. Well, I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in and checking up Mississippi Live at 10. I hope I got you guys ready for your Sunday tomorrow. Big thanks to Jason, Taylor. Looks like my Uncle Kurt's in the chat as well, saying I look older. Well, hit the big 22 today. Starting to feel it. Getting a little old, feeling it in my back. Should not be happening yet, but it's okay. We're going to stay in my prime for as long as I can. So enjoying giving you all the weather today. I've enjoyed spending my birthday evening with you guys. Could not imagine a better place to do so. We're not coming up in 60 seconds. I came back off of analysis mode, so we'll go back to radar here before wrapping this up. So I hope all of y'all have had a fantastic Saturday. Enjoy y'all Sunday tomorrow. Let me switch it back over here. That way I feel like I'm not looking away from you guys. Enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. It is going to be superb and amazing. Cannot wait to enjoy maybe some pool time myself before coming up to the station, and some outdoor times as well. It will be the day to do so. But if you haven't done so already, please download the Mississippi Live Weather app. We appreciate all the support you have given us. It means a lot. We also enjoy the feedback when the app is not working, when something you want or really need to be added. We love getting that feedback from you guys, making sure it is the best tool you have access to on your fingertips, within the pocket at all times. So we appreciate everything that you give back to us, and we want to make sure to give you our best as well. But with that, we're done with the broadcast for tonight. There will be no need to do live cut-ins throughout the overnight period. We're not dealing with anything severe by any means. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's overnight period. Have a fantastic Sunday morning, and make sure to send in some pictures of any activities y'all are doing outdoors tomorrow. I'd love to broadcast them throughout my broadcast tomorrow night. I love our weather watchers and the pictures you guys send in, so cannot wait to see what you guys get ready to cook up tomorrow. So until then, y'all sleep good, have a fantastic day, and thanks for supporting us here at Mississippi Live.
Hi, I'm Mississippi Live Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon. Reserve your St. Jude Dream Home giveaway ticket by July 31st, and you'll be eligible to win the house and the early bird prize, a $10,000 gift card to Brooks Grocery. Visit dreamhome.org to reserve your ticket for $100 and help St. Jude Children's Research Hospital continue its life-saving work. Then watch Mississippi Live on October 29th to see who wins the house and the other prizes. Reserve your ticket today.